Hey guys, today's video is all about moderation. In software and tech, decisions are often binary. There is a 1 or a 0, on, off, true, false. But the more decisions there are, the more complex it gets. Values become more gradual, there is something in between. There is the middle, the 0.5. What do I mean by the concept of 0.5? So if something is too extreme, to the upper or lower side, it lacks balance. And I think the key to a good life is moderation. It's a life in the 0.5, not only in ones and zeros. Many people, for example, if they want to achieve their fitness goals, they make the mistakes that they go for very strict diets or unsustainable workout routines, and this can make the life way too one-sided. I'm not fully opposed to stricter periods, but in the long run it's better to balance them out. Maybe there will be times where you can afford doing more, maybe there will be times where you should rather do less. Best would be to periodicize them. The moment you go too extreme, you won't enjoy the journey, and the journey is as important as the result, probably even more important. We live in a very result-driven society, but without the process there cannot be a result. Adjusting the process directly affects the result. And good things take time. So when you go too extreme, you're losing out on other areas in your life, and you can't stick long enough with this schedule. Your regimes should work for you in the long run. Buddha, for example, taught the middle way. You should avoid both indulgence and self-torturing. Balance isn't static. So as I said, you can adjust it. It's a rhythm, you can adjust as you go. But if you go too extreme on a schedule or a diet, you're just prone to fail. It's simply not sustainable. So don't get me wrong. I think discipline is important. Training your discipline and going through with your important task, even if you don't feel like it right now, is a must for achieving your goals. But you can only draw so much energy from your body and mind before it fatigues. So prioritize what's most important and be sure to follow through no matter what. But make the process realistic. Make it sustainable. Aristotle called it the golden mean. He said virtue is the mean between two vices, one of the excess and the other of deficiency. And this is exactly what the middle way is about. Epictetus said, if one oversteps the bounds of moderation, the greatest pleasures cease to exist. I think that's interesting because it's a bit the opposite of what the video has been about so far. When you overindulge in activities that bring you pleasure, you will enter the hedonic treadmill, and you need more and more of the same thing to feel a similar effect. And there will probably not be the same amount of pleasure that you got the first time or when you started the pleasurable activity. So as you can see, it's not only about not being too extreme into a process set to achieve your goals, but also of course in the activities that are pleasurable or more pleasurable. Because motivation and pleasure are linked in your dopaminergic system. So you cannot go too extreme on either one of those. I think it's best to find your middle way, to find the 0.5. And with that, find peace, progress and stability in your life. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video.